recipes for all to enjoy. Well, seems like my noodle.
Standing by. Huh? You want to test my hammer? Need some? Huh?
How can I help? Time for some hard labor?
Officer. It's a good day, Roxy. What the?
These gangsters have been looting lost ether resources all over the hollows for quite some time. Their methods are cruel, and they've amassed a substantial fortune. No precinct in any jurisdiction has been able to pin them down because they roam around, so the case remains unsolved. So here's what I'm thinking. First of all, we put out the word on Internaut that there's a large commission to recover ether resources. The commission which you and the proxy got involved with last time. Then, we use ether resources from our evidence room as bait and set a trap by placing them in the hollow. Finally, we wait for the gangsters to take the bait and then apprehend them all inside the hollow.
Sounds pretty solid. Then what?
Well, then we officially adopt this as our battle plan.
Well done then. It seems like you have a real talent for organizing plans.
It's just... 11th Precinct also wants in, and I've been promoted to head up the joint operation.
Why did you say just? You're starting to make me nervous.
You see, only the 11th Precinct has access to the ether resources and evidence. I'm about to go undercover into the hollow to set up the trap with two strangers from the General Affairs Department who I've never even met before. And my weakness will be exposed the second we run into any ethereals, and they won't exactly help me hide it, and then once my boss hears about it, I'm betting once again I'll...
So what? It's not like I can go meet them in your place. Cry and beg all you want, but I'm not gonna do anything that risky.
Of course. I'd never dream of getting you to do such a thing, Miss Nekomata. As a case consultant, I just need you to take care of any ethereals along the way, so we can safely lay our bait.
Case consultant? Sounds more like a bodyguard.
Oh, not at all. Think of it as being temporary, unofficial personnel for public security. I've already filled in everyone back at the precinct about the case consultant who will be helping out with the operation.
It's really stressful working on an operation alongside this many officers. Kind of regret agreeing to help you.
Oh, please don't say that. This operation really needs you, Miss Nekomata. What if we use remote comms to keep in touch, and you can help me from a little further away? Then you won't have to talk to the other officers.
If that's an option, then I'll consider doing it. By the way, this case consultant thing, is there anything else I need to know about?
As you're effectively temporary unofficial personnel for public security, you'll need to comply with basically the same rules that current officers do. You'll be fine. You just need to memorize this simple 476-page new officer training manual. Is something wrong?
I know what to do, so just leave everything to me. And so that's what happened with...
Nekomata, correct me if I'm wrong, but you aren't going to read that manual, are you?
Of course not. Who'd want to learn how to be a public security officer by reading all that? All I have to do is work with the officers from public security. It's no big deal. I'll just brush up on a few things beforehand. There's still some time before Ollie's mission, so I'll go study nearby and give you a buzz when it's time to go.
She's gone. She said she was going to study somewhere nearby. Why don't you go find out, Wise? That way, you'll be more confident. want to test my...
How can I?
So good day, Proxy. Hey, Officer...
Time for...
Let's take a break. Ollie, I'm with the Proxy at the coordinates you sent.
That's great! So, once I meet with the officers from the 11th Precinct, you just need to follow us in parallel from a distance. If anything happens, I'll, request...
Just when the time comes, be quick about it instead of exercising your lung...
I'll try my best to hold it in.
I hear footsteps. Sounds like the other officer.
Hey, but...
Master, two young humans.
Hey, Ollie.
That's impossible. Oh no! I did send them...
I was just about to ask you...
Get out of there before...
I haven't done anything wrong. Why should I have...
The operation. I'll just go back and confess to my boss about my... In any case.
Ollie, it's great to hear that you're loyal. But I'd rather...
Quit complaining, Wise. If we don't make a plan...
Don't worry, Proxy. I'll handle this. Consider this a free...
The rendezvous point should be
Is that a girl?
Hey, are you two from the next priest codename operation? Watch and wait. I'm Ollie from Team 4, Criminal Investigations.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Delaney from General Affairs. We humbly apologize if we will cooperate in full and carry out all...
You don't have to be so formal. We've never met, and it's an undercover and without 11 Precinct support, we could never carry out this operation. So I should be thanking you.
I didn't think you'd be so young, Officer Ollie, or so easygoing. When I heard the name Ollie, I imagined an old guy in a stained tan suit with heavy bags under his eyes.
Oh, they're talking about me.
This guy has a very specific imagination.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Huggins is just like that. And what were you just saying about being specific?
Oh, what I mean is, everyone's here now, so let's hurry up and be specific in our mission.
Roger. We've already marked out several alternative coordinates, so please come with us.
Oh, we fooled them. We actually fooled them!
Don't relax just yet, Ollie. That was just the beginning. They're gonna have more questions along the way. The real test is only just getting started. Anyway, find somewhere safe nearby to hide and keep an eye on things. If I need info from you, be ready to tell me quickly. Understand?
Right. Understood.
Officer, we've already marked 3 deployment points. This is the first location. This is the second. And this is the final one.
Very well. We'll go investigate as per usual. Hollows are unpredictable. Stay close to me. Watch your step. Avoid the ethereals.
We've reached the deployment point. Setting up the bait now.
Wait. I hear something strange.
How come there are so many ethereals here?
Here I come! No problem! got it! You did your best today. You're big spot! Full throttle! I never expected a bunch of ethereals to jump out of nowhere like that. But they're dealt with.
You sure took them all out quickly, Ollie. I barely had a chance to react.
Yeah, no wonder your average combat scores at the 12th precinct were higher than ours last month. Turns out it's all because of you.
Come on, you're all exaggerating. We're only up on you by 0.2 points. Fan combat scores are really only for internal use anyway. They're worth nada in the real world. Your precinct's high rate of closing cases? Now that's the real achievement.
Yeah? Didn't I hear you all cracked a whopper of a case a little while back, though?
You're probably thinking of those inter-district raids carried out by the 14th precinct, right? We can't take any credit for that.
I see. That's a real shame.
Right? If we don't catch these gangsters and their ether loot, then I don't know what I'm gonna write in my annual report this year.
Wow, even an elite officer like yourself has to worry about writing reports. I feel like you're one of us now.
It's much harder being a desk jockey than catching criminals in the hollows. But the word limit for reports this year has been reduced, thanks to all the spam your precinct put out last time.
That was actually Huggins over here. In his report, he wrote out 20 times. Being a public security officer is the greatest job in the whole world. Becoming a better officer is my core meaning in life.
Delaney, you swore you'd never tell anyone about that. Anyway, it's better than what you wrote. If you can't afford to raise my salary, I hope you raise my pension by 20%.
But that's what I really thought.
You two are sure interesting.
Huh. I never expected Miss Nekomata to know so much about our inter-precinct gossip. It's like I didn't even need to come along at all.
Isn't that a good thing? Why you getting all self-pitying?
Huh? Officer Ollie, what's that about pity?
I meant, there's nowhere good to place those ether resources here. And that's a...
You're right. Let's push... We probably shouldn't deploy here. It's too dangerous.
Next, let's go over there. Time to sharpen my claws!
The space here seems pretty unstable. We've reached the deployment point. Setting up the bait now. Master, a hollow shift.
Great. A hollow shift wasn't part of our plan.
Don't panic.
Master. I have discovered a note. The note reads, Red. Why does it feel so familiar here?
There may be something worth investigating over there. It's the exit! Take it easy. Kick into gear.
I thought one of the first two locations would surely be suitable. Lucky we didn't spend too much time on them.
It's so nice to have such an elite on the team. Officer Ollie, you've achieved incredible success at such a young age. Could you tell us which school you graduated from?
Which school?
Oh, right. This is me. Argyle's campus.
Yeah, it was Argyle's campus.
Hey, isn't that the school where tuition is free?
Huggins, watch your mouth! Sorry, Officer Ollie. Huggins didn't mean anything bad about your old school. It's just, you're so skilled, we thought you must be from an elite academy.
So which year did you graduate?
Oh, that's me again. Class of 45.
Class of 45.
Huh? 45? Wasn't that years ago? The graduates from that class must be nearly 40 now, right?
Yeah, but ma'am, you don't even look 30, let alone 40.
Wise, don't just sit there and quick, come up with an excuse.
Hang on. Officer...
My...
A child prodigy who skipped grades to get into the academy?
Huh? I was actually an orphan who was taken in. My foster mom was always so kind to me, but she made some bad investments. So our finances were never good.
Ah, I see. So you're the oldest in a family with lots of foster siblings. You lived in a tiny house at the mercy of the elements, your whole family squeezed into but a single bed. As the oldest kid, you'd secretly eat moldy crusts while carving.
Wow, sounds like an old...
That's why! To keep costs down at home, you chose to enroll at the Argyle's campus, which has lower age limits and free tuition!
Actually,
But lots of company-affiliated schools have free enrollment too. Why'd you just...
well, before I went into foster care, I wasn't a good kid. But even with all that, it might have been unintentional. So if I could, I also wanted to protect...
I understand. No wonder you're in charge of this operation at such a young age. I only became an officer to show off to the lady.
After hearing about your past,
Don't be like that. Besides, our reasoning for joining the force might be...
Wow, Officer Ollie. You're so kind. I'll have to redouble my efforts.
Sorry, ma'am. Huggins gets emotional easily.
This area is prone to spatial displacement. Let's head to another...
Master. Reporting in, Officer Ollie.
Great work. So it's...
Really? You obvious. And what's more, the thing you said just now about using your hand. If I didn't know you were just pretending to be me.
Wanna know why you're...
Why?
It's because the key to a good real experience. Or also, see, you have to understand the character you're playing. And it...
So that's it.
Hey, don't just assume other people think anyway. If you hadn't messed...
I'm so... Hang on. I think...
Huh? Oh,
Warning. Large numbers of ethereals. Hypothesis. This area experiences spatial anomalies.
what? Now I'll come up with something. As long as...
What do you mean by come up with something? Officer Ollie...
That's... You're right. The key to this whole watching weight operation. That's why I think, before we withdraw, we should check nearby for signs of anyone suspicious. To guarantee that nobody notices anything about today's operation. Gangsters can be tricky after all.
Ah, I see. Drawing on such rich experience, no wonder you're leading the operation.
It's just... You've helped me out so much today running around these hollows. And now, I'm asking you to go the extra mile. It feels bad.
No, really, it's nothing. Guaranteeing safe operations is what public security officers do.
It sure is. I have the greatest respect for you, Officer Ollie, so just give us the order.
Alright, here's what we'll do. We're gonna split into 2 groups and search for signs of anything suspicious nearby. If we find anything, radio the other team.
Yes, ma'am.
I want the left side.
Fine. I'll take...
Proxy, we have to go... These are definitely... There's so many ethereals teleporting here. This doesn't look great. I hope we can hang in there. Do you really think some wimpy ethereals can stop me? Hey! Whispers are tingling. Ollie must be close. These ethereals are never ending. Ollie's up ahead! Ollie! Hey, Ollie! You can stop shaking now, everything's fine!
Miss Nakamata! Proxy! You made it! Oh no. If you're here, does that mean the entire operation has failed all because of me?
It hasn't failed. I managed to think up a way to send those two off. I'm completely exhausted. You know, you better take responsibility for turning a simple operation into such a mess. If you can't crack the case and get our commission fee, I'll never let you off the hook. You got that? Ollie? Ollie, answer me!
Looks like Ollie's still in a state of shock.
No, I just can't stop thinking about something. Has teaming up with you all, or rather my idea of receiving a commendation, been unrealistic from the start? Watching how you handled things over the course of the operation today left me thinking. You can easily deal with anything. I got the meeting place wrong, I can't even protect myself from ethereals, and I can't even provide you with the right intel when you need it.
Hey, Ollie! Nobody can easily handle every single thing that gets thrown at them. Didn't I tell you before? I almost ended up losing my life for nothing thanks to one bad guy. I wasn't lying about that. So there's actually lots of things I can't do. There are traces of ethereals all around you, Ollie. You must have wiped them out in a panic, right?
Really? I didn't even notice.
Ollie, you were the one who came up with using Internet against these gangsters. You were the one leading this operation, and you were the one who took down these ethereals just now. Who kept yourself alive until we got here. Don't you get it? You're nowhere near as bad as you think. Stop being so hard on yourself, and turn your personal experience and your personality into your very own secret weapon. Huh? Yes, this is Ollie.
Ma'am, your intuition and...
Huh?
Ma'am, not long after we split up, we spotted this sneaky figure around the setup point. This kid was dressed up like a gangster. He might have something to...
Where are you right now? We'll head to you immediately, and we can go to the 12th precinct together.
What? Go into the precinct together? Delaney? Huggins? Wait a sec. Real... It's totally fine. You two apprehended the suspects. Go on now, quickly! I've just taken on another site.
All right.
That's weird. I only mentioned it offhand. I never thought that if you go back with them to their precinct, Ollie, it'll... But I'm a little anxious about the outcome of the...
Okay.
Proxy, Ollie's already had it off. I'm so tired.
I never expected you to be...
Hey, come on! What are you saying? Oh, even my ears are blushing. I mean, we've put in a lot of work today. If we leave them now, we'd be throwing away our investment. How can I put this? Whenever I used to see a public security officer, I would just avoid them. But after working with these two, I realized they're just a bunch of average Joes. You've also been running around all day, Proxy. Thanks. I bet we'll be getting a message from Ollie sometime soon. Let's get some rest for now. I'll contact you if I hear anything.
General Chop at your service. What can I get for you today? Got your fill? See you next time.
Time for some more.
Shokaku, ready!
I have
Standing by. Officer, you want to test my...
Yeah, you know what's good!
I'll take you.
A solid hit! Going the extra mile! Don't underestimate buildings! Little old me knows when to get down. Quickly! Keep going!